Don't waste your life's purpose worrying about your body. This is your vessel, it's your house, it's where you live. There's no point in judging it. Absolutely no point. But it's very hard to...
Oh boy, we nailed it! This right here is your bod, no doubt about it. And check out these enormous pants. These bad boys are gigantic. They're so massive, they could totally host their own show. They might even be bigger than our combined activism. Gotta admit, your message was pretty cool. It's just a bummer that you totally missed the mark. Hey there, folks. Welcome to today's cringe-filled episode. Feeling those hunger pangs, huh? Well, guess what? This one won't add a single calorie to your waistline. Consider it your guilt-free, hilarious treat of the day. Bon appetit!
I'm a plus-size girl. I'd rather starve to death than tell you that I'm hungry. I'm a plus-size girl. I'm never going to be the first one to bring up food or dessert in a group setting. I'm a plus-size girl. I'm going to automatically grab the last shirt on the rack because that's probably my size. I'm a plus-size girl. I'm going to ask my sister to come up with me to get a second serving. I'm a plus-size girl. You're going to ask me to go shopping with you, and I'll say yes, but I'll never be able to shop in the stores that you go to. I'm a plus-size Latina daughter. When my mom asks me what I had for dinner, I'm going to tell her chicken when I actually had chicken tenders from Chick-fil-A. I'm a plus-size girl. Hotel towels never fit me. I'm a plus-size girl. Stadium seats cut off the circulation in my thighs, but I'm never gonna complain.
I'm a fat talk YouTuber. I haven't felt like eating for like 12 episodes now. I'm a fat talk YouTuber. I say thank God and feel so damn relieved every time I check myself out in the mirror. I'm a fat talk YouTuber. I'm totally immune to cringe now. This TikTok trend, though, it's just too much. Can y'all please stop doing that?
I can't leave the house unless I'm wearing something like flattering.
No, because let's talk about this. Especially now that I'm in college. People often wear like leggings and sweatpants and sweatshirts to classes, but I don't. Not usually anyway. But it's because the difference is whenever a skinny girl wears leggings and sweatpants and sweatshirts, they're always going to be perceived as beautiful. They'll be perceived as having this effortless, flawless look to them. Where if I show up wearing that with the body I have, I'm going to be perceived as lazy, a slob, someone who doesn't care about their appearance, just because I'm fat. And like, I decided to wear this today. It's a rainy Monday. And I just wanted to go to the library and study. The amount of dirty looks I got compared to when I wore a flattering outfit, astronomical. Astra-fucking-nomical.
First, you put in zero effort to how you look. Then you put in zero effort to how you act. So I'm mostly talking about you rocking those PJs, a ponytail, some plain old glasses, and none of that fancy makeup stuff. And then expecting all the attention. It just doesn't work that way.
Oh god, where to begin? Okay, so first of all, we all have the same skeleton. Okay, so we don't all have the same skeleton. That's why there are height differences in humans. Because some people have tall skeletons and some people have short skeletons. Now, if your point, which is what I think you were trying to say, which is that we're actually all made up of the same stuff, and therefore if we're all made up of the same stuff, then there shouldn't be fatness because we should just treat our bodies as they should be treated, you're really neglecting like all of the different nuances that our human bodies have. So like, for example, genetics, right? We're all made up of the same stuff. So me and you, we both have eyes, we both have a nose, and we both have a mouth, but they look different. You know why? Genetics, they look different. How our bodies manifest is different. So that genetics can feed into like all sorts of things. It could feed into like, for example, hereditary conditions. It could feed into how fast or slow our metabolism is. For example, have you ever met someone who just seems to be able to eat whatever they want and never gain weight? And we always say, gosh, they have a fast metabolism, or they're naturally thin or naturally slender. Have you ever thought maybe the inverse is true? That maybe some people are born with slow metabolisms and therefore they gain weight super easy and they find it really hard to lose weight. And there might be a term for that. We might call it naturally fat. Okay, there's also like internal organs, like how our internal organs work is different person to person. For example, some people are intolerant or allergic to certain types of food groups, and some people aren't, because all of our bodies are different. And maybe those factors have a influence on how we store, gain, keep, carry weight. So if your point is we're all made of the same stuff, I guess you're right to a certain extent, but how that stuff is all plugged in together is different. And therefore, that's why we have a range of body types and sizes and heights. Like, that's why. It's really not hard to grasp. I hope you've enjoyed my biology lesson.
So, like, I'm totally a Greek god genetically, and you're just a fat TikTok whiner? Can't deny it, dude. You know it, and I know it. Deal with it. You just proved it. You're welcome.
As a plus-size person, nothing gets on my nerves more than when a door opens this way. I cannot.
So the whole point was to sort of keep you inside until you drop a few pounds. It's like this top secret government deal, dude, so please don't resist. It's for your own good, you know.
Okay, so this response here is in response to a video I made where I, a grown adult, was eating a sandwich, a full-size sandwich. And this commenter, who does not have a face, believes that I should only be eating half of that sandwich instead of the full sandwich, and the fact that I am eating the full sandwich is disgusting. Now, I, a grown adult, know very well that I need to nourish my grown adult body, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to eat a full sandwich. And for the record, it was like 2 pieces of sandwich bread. I'm not talking like a foot-long sub here. And even if I was eating a foot-long sub, I have every right to do so. Believe me, user bunch of numbers. I have spent a lot of my life only eating half of things because I thought that's all I deserved. But really, I deserve to nourish my body. This glorious, magnificent body of mine has kept me alive for 33 years. So I'm going to keep nourishing it so it can continue to keep me alive. As I had stated in the previous video that you commented on, we all deserve to nourish ourselves in whatever way we need to. So if that means making a sandwich for breakfast, which is what I was doing in that video, I'm going to do that because I'm going to take care of my body. And for anyone else out there who's struggling, especially with portions, you're allowed to eat the whole thing. You don't have to cut it in half. You don't have to make your portions smaller. You are allowed to eat your food and enjoy your food, and that's okay. So anyway, I'm going to go eat my lunch now. I've made myself another sandwich, and I'm going to eat the whole thing probably because I'm hungry. So let's be kind to each other. Let's be nice. And calling each other disgusting is not very kind. So do better. Have a day.
So they're all like, nah, I don't have an ED. But then they go ahead and make this 2-minute TikTok video, right? And in the video, they're all like, oh, let me tell you why it's totally okay for me to eat this sandwich, you know? And that's when we realize they do have an ED.
I'm a fat girl.
Oh no.
I've been told my entire life what a pretty face I have.
I'm a fat girl. I've been told since I can walk that carbs are the devil.
I'm a fat girl. I strategically craft every single photo in my dating app profiles so that I look flattering, but so they know I'm fat, because the worst thing in the world one person could do would be to surprise another with their fatness.
I'm a fat girl. No matter what ailment I go to the doctor for, they'll always suggest weight loss first.
I'm a fat girl. There's not a diet I haven't tried. I'm a fat girl. Fitting rooms cause me next level anxiety. I'm a fat girl. In theater, I've played a lot of maids and moms. I'm a fat girl. Growing up, my mom bought me a lot of cardigans. I'm a fat girl. No, I can't simply borrow a towel from you, because then my coochie might hang out. I'm a fat girl. Growing up, I was extremely well acquainted with one-piece swimsuits. I'm a fat girl, and if I'm not constantly working on not being fat, well, something must be wrong with me.
Thanks for letting me have this awesome experience of getting a glimpse into the list of horrors of your life. I bet it's gonna double in a few years. I was talking about the list of complaints, not your weight. Oh, wait, right. She's like super hyped about getting diabetes. Just take a look at her. I bet she will eat the whole thing. You know what? She actually ate the whole thing. I'm just kidding. She's a beautiful woman, and I'm a terrible person.
Oh, guess what time it is? It's time for some cute outfits and fat rhetoric. You can wear pretty dresses and have jiggly underarm fat. Sometimes your mom is wrong. A moment for the buttons. Not all bodies are capable of being healthy. Your eating disorders should have been treated, not praised. You can absolutely see my visible belly outline, and you still think my outfit is cute. So, does that logic not apply to you? Or stop justifying your hunger. You're allowed to just be hungry. You don't need to lose weight to find a partner. Fat people fall in love and get married all the time. You can decline having your weight taken at the doctor's office. Like, you can just say no, thank you. If it's medically necessary, they'll let you know. I don't care if it's flattering. Everything that I'm saying also applies to you.
The kindergarten teacher just called and wants you to bring back the kids' clothes. You're totally stretching them out. Hey, I notice you're really into the 50s and 60s, which is adorable. Those decades are so cool. It's a bummer we can't travel back in time, right? Stepping into the 50s would totally cure you of this fat rhetoric thing you've got going on.
This is your friendly fat reminder to tell you that this right here, actually, it's not called a fupa. This is a belly. And I'm a big bitch who weighs over 300 pounds, and I happen to have a big belly. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with being fat.
So, like, how far down does it gotta be that fupa thing? Once again, they didn't give us any info. We got all these TikTok scientists. Can someone just make a chill fupa chart?
Since we get accused of promoting obesity anyway, I thought I would just do it. So here are my favorite things about being fat. And just to give you my credentials, I'm a size 22 and I have been fat my entire life. My favorite thing about being fat, and I think one of the best things, is that I'm soft, squishy, and I smell really good. So like every time people hug me, I feel and smell like a marshmallow. My nieces and nephews tell me that I give the best hugs, and I know it's true. My whole body feels like a pillow. My second favorite thing about being fat is the curves of my body. This is a Venus figurine dating back to the Paleolithic era, depicting the ideal feminine. Bitch, I look like that. Not that you have to look like that to be the ideal feminine, but this is about fat people, so that's all that I have time for, but if you want more, let me know.
For anyone who didn't win any other contests, the Venus of Willendorf is like their ultimate last-ditch option. Hey, you're pretty mean, but hey, at least those cave dudes would think I'm gorgeous. Pathetic logic. Oh, I meant Paleolithic.
The other day I was talking to my friend about the difference between being an old fat and being a new fat. Like in The Great Gatsby, they have old money and new money. Like, I am an old fat. I have been plus size my entire life, and the conversation about me has always included my weight. And then there are new fats, which are people who were thinner when they were younger and have gained weight as an adult. And I sometimes forget that they haven't deconstructed any of this anti-fat stigma that they have or unlearned any toxic diet culture stuff. So from an old fat to a new fat, here's some information I think you should really know. Number one, please advocate for yourself at the doctor's office. Not everything is because you're fat. Ask some follow-up questions. Number two, if it is not medically necessary, you can decline having your weight taken at the doctor's office. That's absolutely allowed. You can just say no, thank you. Your tummy is so cute. Jiggling, fat jiggling, human experience. It is completely normal that you are not the same size you were in high school. You are a grown-up now. That's normal. Fat is a neutral word. People want to bang and date and marry fat people all the time. You don't have to lose weight to fall in love. And you do not exist to be on a diet and to pay bills. So from an old fat to my new fats, I love you so much.
So, like, if you happen to put on some pounds, this old fat dudes will totally make sure you can't shed any of it. They are gonna crush your hopes, give you all sorts of excuses, and make you feel hella guilty for even trying. And when you actually succeed, they are gonna laugh in your face and be like, oh yeah, you'll gain it all back in a hot minute. And like, oh, let's not forget how they all act like saints while making you out to be the bad guy. Seriously, what a freaking adorable community, right?
My least favorite trend right now is the one where people tell people they go to the gym to work on their health, and then when they do go to the gym, they make fun of them and make sure they never want to go back.
So we don't really know what went down, but once again, we're kind of the bad guys here. So someone cracked up at the gym, but who knows if it was even about this lady We're clueless. But she's all in her feelings and super self-absorbed because 5 minutes later, she's bawling her eyes out on the streets while recording it for the world to see. Like, seriously, sometimes you don't need a workout. You just need to get your act together. I mean, even if someone's laughing right in your face, now what? It's time to grow up, people.
Welcome back to What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Woman Who's Not Interested in Losing Weight. For breakfast, I had some sausages and a BLT and egg bagel sandwich. With the bacon and the Nando sauce, this looks delicious. That cross section, damn. Then, me and my best friend, for a late lunch, we went to get some Tung Tung rice dogs. If you've watched this series before, you know this is a fave. Okay, we're back at it again. Now, the only way to eat the Tung Tung the right way. Cheese light. Obviously, my belly definitely approved here. And here's Dante trying his rice dog. Oh, the cheese pull! Yes! Okay, I also need a cheese pull, so it's all about not biting down too hard. My boyfriend works nights, so my schedule's a little messed up, so a little later, we also had some TikTok pasta. I was very happy how this turned out. It was delicious. As you can see, I'm going back for more, so it was obviously good. My belly approved, and then before bed, I had an iced chai tea latte, my favorite. I hope everybody remembers they're worthy to eat.
Genetics at work, can't you see it? First, you eat 10,000 calories. Then your body is like, yeah, I'm genetically fat. Let's put excess 8,000 calories into the system of oppression. And bam! Next thing you know, those sneaky airplane seat makers are plotting their evil schemes. Isn't it entirely logical?
Hi! Let's take a minute out of our day to learn about fatspo. What's fatspo, you may ask? Fatspo is when skinny people, more specifically skinny people with eating disorders, use pictures and videos of fat people as inspiration. Inspiration to stay skinny. I have mixed feelings about this. My first feeling is obviously, ew, don't do that. And also, don't tell someone on the internet that they're fat, like this good Samaritan who decided to tell me that I was on eating disorder Twitter. Not only is it a form of bullying, but it's really just making the problem worse. Now, I don't claim to be an expert, but I do personally have an eating disorder, and the least helpful thing that you can do with an eating disorder is be hateful towards bodies. Your body, of course, but other bodies as well. It just ignites the real problem within you. To anyone out there struggling with an eating disorder, I love you, even if you hate me for being fat. And if you comment something mean, I stopped caring when I was 16.
You may not know it, but you're a hero. You're the person who's standing between me and the last slice of pizza. I can see you in your cape, fighting crime and eating a donut. Keep doing what you're doing, but maybe do it a little less. Hey guys, let's kick off 2024 with a dose of inspiration and a commitment to challenging any fat acceptance nonsense. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go work out. And hey, how about hitting that subscribe button? It's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. You like my jokes, don't you?